Hi, I'm Joan Newcomb, and today's Mystic Minute is you aren't your body, you have a body, and don't forget it. There's so much emphasis on becoming more conscious, more aware, more spiritually attuned that the big news for a lot of people is that they aren't their physical body. And then immediately they start to do things to try to become more spiritual, which disconnects them from their spiritual body. And there's just been centuries of misinformation to emphasize this. It's like the only way to get spiritual is through fasting, through celibacy, through things that deny the body. And honestly, that's a temporary fix. I mean, yeah, you can have like a bit of a spiritual experience if you stop eating. In fact, if you quit eating altogether, you can have a permanent spiritual experience. But the moment that you die of starvation, you start to realize that you missed the point of being here. The point of being here is to be in your physical body and experience physical reality. So, yes, you're not your body, and you're also not your personality, which is something else people have a hard time trying to discern. But you are the owner of your body. Your body is your vehicle, it belongs to you. So when you deny your body, it's a little bit like not ever tuning up or cleaning your car and letting other beings run it. Is a little bit like it's not even an Uber, it becomes like this rental vehicle that never gets vacuumed out because you're loaning it to people who may not have ever had a body or who had a body 5,000 years ago. So doesn't physically run the same way now. So when I talk about shifting perspective to being one is consciousness, that you are consciousness navigating through this body in this world, it's about coming more physically into form without being dragged down by the density and effort level of the world. There's a way to occupy the body at the more 5D, however you want to say, a more conscious, present way of being that I am finding is actually light, is actually clear. Ways that I would have judged in the past as being, oh, that's so ungrounded, is actually I'm fully in my body and I'm fully present and I don't feel pain. Doesn't mean that pain doesn't exist, but it means like a lot of the tension and the pain just dissipates. So much of what we're experiencing is the collective on top of our own. So we're feeling like the collective pain, discomfort, depression, fear, anxiety that then exacerbates our own. And actually what our own is our body's communication to us. So our body reacts like a little kid. A little kid will cry when it's tired, cried when it's hungry, cried when it wants its diapers changed. Your body will be crying if you're ignoring it. And it's some great, spiritual mastery to like ignore it so much that you don't hear its crying. What kind of Dr. Spock only nurse your child every 4 hours kind of feed it formula, let it cry it out way of operating your body? Because the other thing is your body's not a car. So saying that it's not getting tune-ups isn't really accurate. It's like what your horse would be like if you starved it. Because, horses have a personality. Horses also are sentient beings. But it's the nearest I can relate to occupying your body. It's a vehicle that is alive. So a great deal of our experience in the world is also how to navigate within this body and how to interact with this body and how to care for this body. And then what comes up is there's other aspects besides just your physical needs. Your body needs sleep, it needs exercise, it needs loving care, it needs companionship, emotional needs, comfort. It also needs the personality aspects, which is all your inner kids, every single age you've ever been at is kind of encompassed inside this space that you have. You can never be lonely if you're fully in your body, because there's all these wonderful aspects of you that you can care for as well. Where we get confused is when we let the little kids drive the bus. So I'm mixing my metaphors all over the place. Our little kids are too young to drive, and part of the reasons why they're acting out is because they really need to be parented. And this is another way you can heal your past, is you can parent yourself differently than you were parented. So then it doesn't become a like, oh God, I'm this way because my parents were so terrible. It's more like, I can be in a different relationship now with myself, with my inner kids. And your body immediately becomes happier. Body becomes more happier the moment you occupy it. I lead people through this way of anchoring in your body, connecting in your body, and their first response is that the body feels calmer, the body feels happier. And then, when you let your little kids go sit in the back seat with their iPads, yeah, they can have iPads now, even though they didn't exist for me when I was little. They're happy looking at their Disney flicks and letting you as the adult drive the car. So your body relaxes. Your inner kids are happier when they know that you as consciousness are navigating in this world. And when you are navigating in this world, you don't feel like a leaf tossed on the waves or tossed in the wind. You have a bigger perspective of what's going on. You don't feel daunted by all the tales of doom and gloom. You have more of a sense of why you're here, what your inner purpose is. And really, you're more able to be here and do what you're here to do because you're in your body, able to do it. Can't do a lot of physical manifesting if you're up in the clouds. Traipsing across the cosmos is wonderful, but the moment that this body dies, then you realize you were part of the cosmos all along and you missed the opportunity for being here. One last mixed metaphor. I had this awareness when somebody I loved died, and I was heartbroken and felt like I couldn't keep going, and yet I certainly intended to live for another 60 years or whatever it was. And the picture I got is that being in our body here, it's recreational time. It is like the swim time at the pool. And we all have different times that we get in the pool and get out of the pool, but there's no reason to leave the pool early before our swim time is over. So enjoy it. Enjoy being here. And in terms of people who've passed, you've never lost the connection with them. That's a whole other topic. But it's more about being here, enjoying your body, enjoying being in your body, and that actually helps expand your experience as consciousness. So if you like these videos, you can subscribe to them on YouTube. You can also sign up below to get them in your inbox. If you want to know more, my website is joan-newcomb.com. I have a weekly radio show and podcast. I have a weekly blog and newsletter. I do these YouTube videos once a week. And if you want to know more about how to navigate your life as consciousness in your physical form, in and expanding all around your physical form, from upgraded new ways of doing it. I work with people all around the world through Zoom and Skype and by phone. You can go to my website, joan-newcomb.com, and look at my coaching programs. So go to joan-newcomb.com, and I'll see you in another couple days with another Mystic Minute.